Can you help
I
me?
channel positivity? Ooh.
Please help me.
Put on some music you love, start jamming out, loosen yourself up from whatever's holding you down, and the positivity thrives. What's going on, guys? Kellan and Kevin here, and today we just want to sit you down a little and talk about what we just put out, which is some brand new merch. You may have seen on some of our social channels that we've been putting out merch. And there's more to it than just a cool looking design.
There is?
Yeah.
I feel like this is our table at a farmer's market, and we're really unprepared.
Hi, come on down and pick up a hat. Pick up a sweatshirt. You can get it off my back. That's yours.
He's clean.
But what we wanted to do here is obviously show you the merch. If you haven't seen it, we've showed it all over. But we've got hats, shirts, sweatshirts that say electric on them. But there's something about the electric idea and a little bit of what Kellan and Kevin is, and it's all about positivity.
This feels like the beginnings of a cult to me.
Join the electric team and you
The
will
electric
thrive.
idea is so powerful. Your mind will expand in your body.
Right.
You don't need to eat. You don't need to drink. You only need electricity, which you can gather from the air around you.
And by wearing our shirt. The idea of Kellan and Kevin this all just started in the midst of a brutal year for everyone.
Yeah.
Right? Like 2020 has been rough.
Oh my God.
We couldn't go anywhere. We couldn't do anything. And so we were like, we got to figure out something because we're going to go insane as roommates.
Right.
Just being around each other all the time.
It was hard to feel productive. I think it's still hard to feel productive. I mean,
totally.
I'm in a good mood now that we're talking and hanging out.
Yeah.
Before this, I was like on this table.
Well, it's tough. You come home from work and even at that point, like you're kind of coming home from nothing and you're just like sitting there all day. And so we needed something to channel our energy, and almost build more energy. Yeah. And so we started to make these daily TikToks. Somebody once told me the world is gonna roll me. I ain't the sharpest tool in the shed. And like you'd feel this kind of bouncing of energy off of each other that like boiled up into videos for you all and fun and excitement. And now what was kind of rough times are fun memories that we have to look back on.
Yeah, I think something that was cool about that was that like we got to put out these little bite-sized pieces of like positivity into the world, and then you kind of see that grow and like radiate, and people be like, this made me do this, and as people duetted the videos, still the one I run to, the one that I belong to, still the one I want for life. I found a way to let you in, but I never really had a doubt. Standing in the light of your halo, got my angel now. Once you put a little bit out there, it kind of keeps expanding, and that's kind of what our goal is to share positivity with everyone. And like, you know, if we can make a video that suddenly 100,000 people are seeing and getting excited by, or even if just one person sees it and is like, oh, this made my day better, then I feel like we're doing our job. I see a world where a physicist or someone comes back and goes, electricity doesn't expand infinitely. It doesn't. It's not true like that. That's more of like something different. But it's our idea of electricity, okay? I think what's cool now is we've physically put this onto merchandise that we can like wear, and it kind of like channels that feeling. It's been like, fun for me. Let's go. Like, oh yeah. And it's just like taking, you know, another step forward with kind of the electric thing and talking about why we say electric all the time, why we ask you guys to comment with lightning bolts and stuff like that. It's all coming from positivity and like what that energy can do for you, and we've really seen it do wonders for us, I think, throughout this. Absolutely. And something that's been great for me about these is that I try to practice a little trick where I take an object and every time I look at it or kind of notice it, that object reminds me to be a little bit more positive or to sort of change my mindset. And I've definitely been doing this I wear this shirt a lot and the white sweatshirt a lot, and I've been like every time I like remember what I'm wearing, I'm like, oh, and kind of adjust my body language and my attitude a little bit.
Yeah, and that's the goal, and that's all it is just a reminder, even to us and then whoever's watching, because whether we're singing a happy song or smiling, or you just see the lightning bolt or something on our shirt, it's just a reminder to be like, hey, you know what? There's some positivity here that we can start with, and then. Physicists, as the physicist would say, it's endlessly keep building like a snowman.
Like a snowman?
Yeah, like you'd roll a snowball and it would pile higher. It's not just a cool lightning bolt. There's actually some meaning behind it, and I think that's something that we've really modeled our whole brand off of.
Yeah.
And so to put it onto some clothing now is a cool continuation of what we're doing.
Totally. Kellan, you're a pretty positive guy. How do you do that? Can you
How
help
do I
me?
channel positivity? Ooh.
Please help me.
Well, it's tough. I have found a few different hacks. Number one, smile. Because when you smile, whoever you're around feels that energy. And they will most likely, it's kind of natural instinct to smile back. Yeah, it's kind of contagious and natural instinct to smile back. But if you do that more, you'll get better reactions back and forth. And just by smiling, you'll feel better. Number two, which we fit right into, is turn on some happy music. So put on some music you love, start jamming out. You'll kind of just loosen yourself up from whatever's holding you down, and the positivity thrives. 3, you could dance.
I think moving your body is a great way to get going.
And that's not just if it's dancing to your music or going for a run or lifting some weights, whatever that is, moving around. Instant mood booster. Mm-hmm. That's how I do it.
Thank you.
What about you? Do you have some hacks?
No, I'm deeply sad.
Oh, jeez.
Just kidding. I talked about, little tricks to remind yourself to be positive, things to keep you present. I think mindfulness is a great way to stay positive, even when things are hard. I try to practice gratitude a lot, where like if I feel like I should say thank you to someone, I try to. And not just assume that they know.
Yep.
If I'm thinking about a friend or a good memory, I'll try to reach out to that person and text them or send them a note and try to remind them of the memory too, so we can share it. I think a lot of times stuff goes unsaid, and it would just makes me happier when I get to connect with someone over that, especially in this time when like your whole life is kind of texting people. And it's like easy enough, I guess.
That's all we pretty much had here, but if you want to grab some of this merch, head over to kellanandkevin.com. You can snag it. If you want to listen to more of our music, go on Spotify, listen to the TikToks, and we've got some new music coming January.
Yeah.
Should we give a little sample? Because we have new music coming out and we haven't really released anything about it, we're going to give you a special sample of part of one of the tracks on this new EP.
Yeah, it's a cover of Len's "Steal My Sunshine." We're very excited.
Yeah, get ready. Here's a little snippet of it.
My sunshine.
That made me feel better.
That definitely made me feel better. Hopefully you did too. Hopefully it brought you some electric energy. Thank you for watching, and we will check you back in the next one.
Thanks, guys.